Welcome to EnfinityCast, where we explore the pivotal moments that shaped our world. I'm your host, Elias Whitlock. Today, we're journeying back to the mid-15th century to witness a revolution not of swords, but of words. We're talking about the invention of the printing press and how it fundamentally altered the flow of knowledge and power in society. And to help me unpack this incredible story, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Kael Sparks.
It's great to be here, Elias. It's hard to overstate the importance of this topic. Before Gutenberg, the very concept of a book was different. Imagine a world where every single word in every single book had to be painstakingly copied by hand.
And who was doing that copying?
Primarily monks working in scriptoriums. It was a sacred, laborious task. A single copy of the Bible could take a scribe years to complete. Because of this, books were luxury items, incredibly rare, incredibly expensive. Knowledge was, quite literally, chained up in monasteries and the libraries of the ultra-wealthy. The church and the nobility held the keys.
And into this world of scarce information steps Johannes Gutenberg, a goldsmith from Mainz, Germany. He wasn't the first person to experiment with printing. Woodblock printing had existed for centuries. But Gutenberg's genius was in combining several technologies into one efficient system. The centerpiece was, of course, movable type.
Exactly. Instead of carving an entire page onto a single block of wood, he created individual letters cast from a metal alloy. These letters could be arranged to form any page, used for printing, and then redistributed to create a new page. It was modular, reusable, and durable.
He combined this with a screw press, adapted from those used for making wine and olive oil, and a new oil-based ink that would stick to the metal type. Suddenly, the system was complete, and his first major project was the one that would echo through history, the Gutenberg Bible.
And what a statement that was. He took the most sacred, most controlled text in the Western world and made it reproducible on a mass scale. In the time it took one scribe to produce one Bible, Gutenberg's workshop could produce hundreds. For the first time, the cost of a book plummeted. It wasn't cheap by any means, but it was no longer the exclusive property of a king or a bishop. A wealthy merchant or a university could now afford a library.
This is where we see that shift in power. The monopoly on information was broken. Think of the Protestant Reformation just a few decades later. Martin Luther's 95 Theses weren't just nailed to a church door. They were printed and distributed across Germany in weeks. That would have been impossible without Gutenberg's invention.
It fueled intellectual movements across the board. The Renaissance was accelerated by the rediscovery of classical Greek and Roman texts, now widely available to scholars. The scientific revolution was built on the ability of scientists like Copernicus and Galileo to share their findings, build on previous work, and challenge established dogma with printed evidence.
It even standardized language. Before print, spelling and grammar could vary wildly from town to town. But printers began to standardize them for their region, creating the foundations for the modern national languages we speak today. It was a complete paradigm shift.
It truly was. It moved society from an oral and scribal culture, where memory and recitation were paramount, to a print culture, where knowledge could be stored, indexed, cross-referenced, and critiqued on a massive scale. It changed the very way our brains process information.
An incredible legacy from a single invention. From a world of controlled silence to a cacophony of printed voices, Gutenberg's revolution set the stage for the modern age. A huge thank you to Kael Sparks for shedding light on this transformative moment.
My pleasure, Elias. It's a revolution that, in many ways, we're seeing echoed in our own digital transition today.
A perfect thought to end on. That's all the time we have for today on EnfinityCast. Join us next time as we explore another corner of our shared history.